Good morning students. In this class we will see DB-scan algorithm. So this is a density based clustering method. In clustering methods we are having different types: partitioning methods, hierarchical methods, density based method, grid based methods, model based methods, like this. Na? So in that density based methods, the DB-scan algorithm is the first one. Okay, so what is meant by DB-scan means density based spatial clustering of applications with noise. That is the full form of DB-scan. Density based spatial clustering of applications with noise. So that is the full form of DB-scan. Here in DB-scan, just a simple thing, the clustering we are doing based on density. Okay, density, what is meant by density? First we will see. So when we will say the data set is having high density, and when we can tell the data set is having low density. So when data set, in data set some points are there, those points are very nearer, very nearer, so that for that the density is high. When in a data set the elements are far away from each other with respect to other elements, these elements are far away from other, it has more distance with respect to each other, so then we can say the elements are low density, are having the low density. When the elements are very nearer to each other, we can say that is a high density. The data set is having high density. When the elements are very far away from each other, then we can say the data set is having the low density. In the DB scan method, what we will do, the process is, see here, in data set, for each and every point you have to categorize, you have to verify that each and every object element related to which category. Here three categories are there: core point, border point, noise point. These are the three categories. Each and every element, each and every object related to which category. Either it may be related to core point, or it may be related to border point, or it may be related to noise point. Then you have to calculate it is related to which category. So see in the figure, you can observe the blue square. Just you observe the blue square. So the blue square here, it is nothing but the core point. The black circle here, it is nothing but the border point. The white circle is nothing but noise point. How you can find out this as a border point, this as core point, this as no noise point? Na? Just you can find out that by just you take the core point blue circle, that as a core point, you can tell that as a core point when uh, from that particular square point to, just you take epsilon radius, epsilon as the radius. With that epsilon radius you just draw a circle. Okay, so the centroid as a core point, you just take epsilon as the radius and just you draw a circle. Within that circle, if you got 3 points here, minimum points equal to 3, within that circle you get 3 points, so then that is a core point. Okay, actually within that circle 3 points are there, so that's why it is core point. If within that circle only 2 points are there, na, then it is not treated as core point. Okay, so that is meant by core point. For each and every element you have to apply the same process. In the same way, for the circle right side, here three circles are there na? For middle circle, right circle is there and left circle is there. For the right circle also, middle, the core point represented as blue square now, so that for that point just take epsilon as the radius and draw a circle. Within that circle you get 3 points, 3 black circles you get now, so those 3 points are within that particular circle. That's why it is that blue square is treated as a core point. In the same way, left side circle also, in that also the blue square is treated as a core point. Why? Because just take epsilon as the radius and just draw a circle. Within that circle you got 3 points, so that's why it is called as core point. For every point you have to check, if and only if it is said to be core point, you just take epsilon radius and draw a circle. within that circle you must get 3 points. Then only you can say this is a core point. For each and every point you can apply this. Okay, so the border point you can see. So first, each and every point you just apply either it is core point or not. For that point also you just take epsilon value as the radius, so and draw a circle. Within that circle 3 points not came, that's why it is just border point. Okay, um, that is nothing but the border point. The border point is uh, in the core point, with radius we have drawn a circle na, that is treated as a cluster na. So in that, uh, for each and every point just you take again epsilon radius and draw a circle. If you not get, if you not get 3 points minimum, the points equal to 3 here, that's why if you not get 3 points, that is treated as border point. Okay, so when noise point will come, noise point is nothing but the point is not at all come within the radius of core point also. So here see, white color circles not came within the radius of core point also. 3 core points are there. For 3 core points you have drawn 3 circles. In these 3 circles those points are not there. Okay, those points are not within the within the epsilon radius of the core point. Any core point, it is not at all related to any core point epsilon radius. Any cluster, it is not at all related to any cluster. That's why these points are called as noise points. Okay, so density based spatial clustering of applications with noise, we are having the blue squares as core point and black circles as border points and white circles as noise points. Okay, in this way we have to find out each and every element belong to which category. Algorithm once we will see. So arbitrary select point P. Just you selected a point P. Retrieve all points density reachable from P with respect to epsilon and minimum points. We have to see that from that particular core point. Here P is a core point. From that P, just take epsilon radius and draw a circle. Within that circle you must get minimum points. Here minimum points is a 3 or 4 or 2, whatever it may be. That minimum points you should get, then only that P is said to be core point. If P is a core point, a cluster is formed. Minimum points satisfied within that epsilon radius. If you get minimum points, then that is treated as a cluster. Then that epsilon radius with epsilon radius you just drawn a circle, that is treated as a cluster. If P is a border point, no points are density reachable from P and DBs can visit the next point of the database. So with that border point we cannot get minimum points. Minimum points count we cannot get. The just take the point. If it get the minimum number of points within that circle with epsilon radius, it gets the minimum number of points, it is core point. If it not gets, it is border point. Like that you can categorize those two, core point, border point. Then a noise point is nothing but it is not at all related to any core point, not at all related to any cluster. So it is just outside of the clusters. For all points you have taken and drawing circles na. So it is not at all within any circle, just outside of the clusters. So outside of the clusters it just not at all related to any cluster. So then it is said to be noise point. Continue the process until all of the points have been processed. So all of the points you have to divide the data into 3 categories. Either the point should be related to core point, or it should be related to border point, or it should be related to noise point. Okay, in this way you have to form clusters. Okay, with epsilon radius you have to draw a circle. So and again from each and every point with epsilon radius you have to draw a circle. So within that, if minimum point satisfied, then it is a core point and it is a cluster. If it is not satisfied, then it is just within the cluster, within the circle, then it is a border point. It is not at all related to any circle, any core point, any cluster. Outside of the clusters, then it is a noise point. Then we will compare dbScan algorithm with k-means algorithm. So here you can observe in k-means algorithm, just the data can be divided into two parts, first part, second part. So upper or lower or left or right, like this only. The data will be divided into like this only. So, but dbScan is having the main advantage. The data can be divided like this. Orange color is one cluster, the blue color is one cluster. So nested one cluster within another cluster. That also we can divide. So that also we can divide clearly using density based scanning method. So that is the dbScan method. Okay. So in this way also, orange color U next blue color U there na. So one cluster within another cluster na. So these two clusters are separated like this. So this is also can be done by dbScan method only. We cannot do this by k-means method. In k-means method, we just do the elements one part, second part, left, right, or top, down only. We cannot interfere within the data. Why? Because the k-means will not support V shape. V shape within that. If it get a V shape, it will not support. It will be round shape or any like that. First half is a one circle shape or round shape or some other shape only. So it will not support the V shape. That's why we cannot form accurate clusters in k-means algorithm when compared with the dbScan algorithm. In dbScan, it will support one cluster within another cluster. Also we can divide easily. We can represent the orange cluster outside, that is a blue cluster, cluster 1, cluster 2, like this. So in density based scanning method, this dbScan method, that is the main advantage. The clusters can be divided like this, as shown in the figure. In k-means algorithm, we cannot divide the clusters as shown in dbScan method. Just we will divide left right part or top down part only, like that, as shown in fourth figure, k-means fourth figure. You observed 1 2 3 three parts, like that. So 1 2 3, these three are beside to each other. In k-means the fourth also, so blue, green, orange, like that. The 1 2 3, these are the three clusters, these are three clusters, these are the three clusters, like that. Okay. So but we can represent only in this way. In dbScan, you can represent clearly, you can get exact data, you can represent exact data. So that is the advantage of a dbScan over k-means algorithm. That is about a density based clustering method. So in density based clustering method, dbScan is the very important and basic method. Other methods are also there. So but we will mostly prefer, we will go through dbScan method. It is the basic method of density based clustering methods. Okay.